Now, with Bangalore's property development going vertical, home buyers and investors are increasingly betting on apartments. Others are also eyeing another trend in the market, townships and integrated townships. Their reasoning: townships offer you all the amenities in one area. What exactly do townships offer and how do they fare compared to an apartment? Lakshmi Sivadas finds out.
Rakesh Narayan and his wife Shruti have just moved from Pune to Bangalore. Working for IT firms and at odd hours, the one thing they dreaded the most was travelling to different parts of the city to access basic amenities. That and the security concern. That's when they decided to make the switch from their standalone apartment for an arrangement that was self-sustainable.
That was one of the primary concerns, security as well as privacy, good privacy. Then another big concern definitely was a good parking spot. There are a lot of amenities here. I mean, we have a very good clubhouse which has a lot of facilities like squash courts, tennis courts, etc. apart from a multi-gym. Then we have restaurants. There is a good pharmacy out here. There is a very nice grocery store.
And they aren't the only ones. Thanks to the massive growth of the city, more and more home buyers prefer to live in townships and integrated townships to avail civic amenities that they wouldn't have access to otherwise. But first, what's the difference between the two? Residential townships feature gated apartments or villas with all civic amenities like a retail outlet, clubhouses, swimming pools, and other features added to it. Integrated mixed-use townships, on the other hand, have a mix of villas, apartments, senior living areas, as well as large-scale retail areas and commercial spaces. The idea behind these? To provide quick access to all the essential amenities and recreational facilities that a person would need in his daily life.
Capital appreciation you will actually see in a township being far more than a standalone project. So if the standalone project gives you a return of 10 to 15%, in a township it can go as high as 25%.
The number of townships in Bangalore has not only spiked, but they have also emerged as hotspots for rental accommodation. Prices for integrated townships in various parts of the city have risen from 3,580 rupees per square feet to as much as 5,213 rupees per square feet in just a span of 1 year. Key builders in the segment include the Prestige Group, the Brigade Group, Puravankara, and also the Ozone Group. The top 5 micro-markets with these townships are Bannerghatta Road, Whitefield, Devanahalli and Hosur Road. Despite the evident advantages of living in an integrated township, experts say that it is not without its challenges.
The biggest challenge that you would see is the infrastructure, because even though there are guidelines laid down by the state governments in terms of what we need to do for a township, the turnaround time for all of the infrastructure to be put in will take a good 10 years. So the residential buyer, when he goes in, he is actually going to subject himself to a fair amount of pain in terms of construction activity happening in that area. So that's like I said, a 10-year period.
Experts also say that there are limitations to how much a person can alter a house in a township. Apart from this, these houses usually cost 10 to 15% more than a standalone property in the same area. In Bangalore, Lakshmi Sivadas, NDTV.